Well, we're back.
We're back.
I know you guys missed us.
How long has it been?
It's been
3 months?
Yeah.
4 months?
We've taken some detours. That's for sure.
A few detours, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying out different stuff.
And a lot has happened. I pre-ordered GTA 6 because that's gonna be I don't think it's gonna be the best game this year, but it's gonna be up there.
I don't think so.
I think it's gonna be.
I think
this is a lot of things talked about with our last episode was the hype of GTA 6.
But now we're getting closer. When is the release date?
November 19th.
November, okay.
I took time off work because it's going to be that good.
$100. Okay, a few things have changed. Price is $100. Is it $80 for the regular version? $100 for like whatever version.
Yeah, I'm a little burnt about that. Obviously, I paid $100 because it's going to be that good, but I'm a little bummed that they charged $100 and locked you out of actual like gameplay mechanics if you didn't pay the $100, which I thought was so.
Like what? What do they stop you from doing?
First off, you can't go to certain like car customization garages. You can't get certain haircuts. You can't get certain tattoos. Like there's stylization points that are being completely cut off unless you pay the $100. On top of that, there's like gameplay missions that are cut off. There's it's like they almost made it seem like it's a whole portion of the map that's being cut off almost, because it's like,
and there's no way to like access that to the regular version.
Yeah, because there's like stores that you can't go to. There's like certain garages.
And there's no way to unlock that with the regular lower price version.
No, I mean that's what it seems like if you go to their website. It gives you this whole list of extra stuff.
And that's why I want this to fail.
But that's every game nowadays.
But it shouldn't be.
No, you're right. I agree with you. That shouldn't be how it is. Crimson Desert, I've been playing it. It's amazing. And you were saying that it was like generic, which it kind of is, but it works in your favor because you could be whoever you want in that game.
Yeah, Crimson Desert, I've kind of changed my tune on it. I still haven't played it, but when it first came out, I was thinking that it would be like a hollow Korean, like just your regular Korean Asian-made, RPG, which for the most part seems very hollow. Where it looks great, it looks amazing, effects, graphics, physics, it's all there, but story-wise and like the integration of everything is usually not cohesive. Yeah. So that's what I was expecting. But so far it looks pretty good.
I mean, there are still a few things that I would like to have been explained a bit more. Because there are some things that are not explained at all, and you just have to like look it up. Yeah. That's one thing that bugs me about some games, like Elden Ring. If you want to figure out how to do it without wandering for several hours at a time, you have to use YouTube. Oh yeah, yeah. So I've been guides. I'm on YouTube a lot when I'm playing Crimson Desert because I'm like, how do I, But there's a lot more explanation in Crimson Desert than Elden Ring. Yeah, that's all right. It's pretty good. It's decent. Yeah. Geez, what else has been happening past 4 months? We got heavily into trading cards. I know, we kind of like our previous episodes. We're trying to get Pokemon cards. Yeah. And then you don't hear from us for 4 months. Yeah. We got bit by the trading card bug. Yeah, a little bit. Kind of. Yeah. But I don't know. It doesn't beat podcasting. Yeah. I've been, come on. Let's keep doing the podcast. The podcast it's fun just to sit here and talk about gaming, stuff we love. Yeah, yeah. There was something, what was the biggest issue that we argued about
recently.
Was it GTA 6? No.
It was something else.
It was something else. What was it? I can't remember now.
Could have been a new adaptation from video game to TV. God of War? No, it was something like, it was some movie. It was a movie. A video game movie coming out.
I can't remember now. But we were.
No, I remember it was yes, God of War, Laufey.
Oh,
yeah. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Laufey.
It's gonna be amazing.
Okay, this is what this episode's about. God of War, Laufey. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
It looks really good. I'm very optimistic about it. This has always been our thing. I'm the optimist. You're the pessimist.
I'm the realist. I'm the pessimist realist.
No, you're the pessimist.
I'm the pessimist realist with a huge history of God of War 1 and 2. That's where I started.
I think they're bringing back some of the OG God of War stuff. If you look at the fighting style, it looks a lot more like OG God of War fighting style. They brought back the jump button. There was no jump button for 2018 in Ragnarok.
But just jumping doesn't make God of War God of War.
Yeah, but it kind of adds to the aerial juggling thing, which was huge in the first two God of Wars.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you can say since God of War isn't in it, that kind of takes away from that whole thing, but...
Yeah, since Kratos is not there, it's not God of War.
But all those gods that Kratos has killed are going to be there.
No, that doesn't really matter that much.
I think it's going to be cool.
It doesn't really matter.
I think it's going to be pretty
cool. Doesn't matter.
Apparently Ares might be in it. Ares is the first antagonist, the first God of War 1 antagonist. The OG, like, bad guy.
Yeah. But that doesn't... Here's my thing. First of all, they came out with a 20-minute gameplay reveal. It was like the first 20 minutes of it.
It looked sick.
Okay. It looked okay. It was like okay.
Okay.
It was all right. It didn't show anything that I've never seen before.
Okay, well, if you're wanting original God of War, then that's a lot of stuff that you've seen before.
Okay. It's fine. But like what I'm saying is like when the first God of War came out, you saw the trailer for it. It was like nothing that has ever come before it.
Right.
It was like it took things of the past, but made them like 100 times better. 100 times better. Today with video games, only very rarely do you get that.
Well, that's
very
because
rarely.
We've come to a point because there's so many games, you've seen everything.
No. And this is what we were talking about. The creators of these video games are not putting in their full effort into the games.
Well, I think if anybody's putting in their full effort, it's the Santa Monica team.
No. And that's kind of what I'm getting at is like Sony Santa Monica from God of War 1 to now is completely different.
Well, yeah.
Completely different. And in my point of view, completely...
But they have the
just
power
lacking
to pull the biggest people, like the best people. So I feel like if they're recruiting, they're going to be recruiting the best minds behind these games. So I think they're doing a good job.
I don't know about that.
And they've been working on this game for 10 years.
What the? 10 years?
They've been working on this concept.
And that's the best they could do?
I think it looks freaking awesome.
10 years. 8 hours a day for 10 years.
We got Mongolian gods.
Where's my calculator?
We got all these things. It's been in the works.
Are you telling me you have like, how many people are in Sony Santa Monica?
I don't know.
Over 200.
Well, it's been in the pipeline.
300 people.
It's been in the pipeline.
8 hours a day for 10 years.
I think it's been planned. You know, like they have 2018, Ragnarok. I think now it's time for Laufey. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're wanting to put it out as soon as possible. I think they've been like, they've
holding on to it. They've been letting it marinate for 10 years.
Yeah. I have high hopes.
I don't know. Here's my thing. Okay. When I was watching that 20, we should just record our reaction and go through this video. Cause like, I'm watching that thing. I'm like, okay, it's kind of cool. Beginning's all right. You know, Kratos' wife got burned up. Boom, transported to
the everyone,
wherever, some other realm. I'm okay with that. And then she starts talking to animals. I'm like, okay, that's all right. That's all right.
That's part of her thing. She's got a whole backstory. If you play 2018 in Ragnarok, she's got a whole story.
Yeah.
She went toe to toe with Kratos, and it was a draw. Then she went toe to toe with Thor, and that was a draw, or something along those lines. And then she helped the revolution with the giants and the gods and that whole thing. And you go through this whole thing with 2018 and Ragnarok, and you find out throughout it that Laufey's a badass.
Okay, yeah.
So now we get to play as her, and I'm incredibly excited about it.
Okay, so you have these preconceived notions, right? But it's like, usually with the game, there's like some sort of progression up to obtaining that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of the weird thing, is like, first you just jump into Kratos' wife, and it's like, boom, you start, doing some parkour. You're jumping up and doing some platforming.
They showed that because that's them being like, hey, we brought back the jump.
Okay, yeah. So doing some parkour, okay, that's cool. And then you start fighting your first enemies, whatever they are, like
plant monsters,
power monsters, yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, this is the same experience as like God of War 2018. We have some like generic monster fighting in the same way.
It has to convey some sort of connection, like this is how they fought. This is how they were fighting in these games. This is like their fighting style.
But what I'm saying is, like, the combat, there wasn't anything engaging about the combat. It was just more of the same.
Well,
okay, you spent 40 hours in God of War 2018 plus 2022 in Ragnarok. Here's another 40 hours of the same thing.
Yeah, but you get a whole new story. You get new boss designs. You get new like boss patterns, fighting patterns. You have a sword now that has like hooks on it, and then she's got like a magical thing going on. So it's like, yes, the fighting style's the same, but you're not using the same tools.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah.
And
there's some weird stuff going on with
belief, I think Frank the Cube is actually a cool character.
No, the gelatinous cube, a talking gelatinous cube
it's
that's been imprisoned
from The Boys.
I have no idea who that is.
Got to catch up to the times, man.
Okay, the gelatinous cube guy. And then a sword. So Laufey goes and gets captured, whatever, has some interaction with some like undead general, devil-looking guy.
Bexy, whatever. Yeah, Bexy, the Mongolian god of war.
A Mongolian god of war.
Yeah.
And that's what they said?
Yes. Yeah, look it up.
Nah. But then there's also some like Egyptian lady.
Mm-hmm. Sekhmet. Right?
And they said that too?
Yes.
In that trailer thing?
They talk to each other by name in the trailer.
I didn't catch anything. See, these names and these like characters are so, things are just said in passing.
So you have to
you can't really understand.
Open yourself up to looking into these things before you just make a broad generalization and just hate it right off the bat, you know?
Okay, who's Sekhmet?
She is the daughter of. See, this part gets muddy. I don't remember, but she's like the lion goddess or something like that.
Okay,
look it up, man.
But nobody knows. Nobody knows. I know some Egyptian mythology. I don't know no Sekhmet.
Well, maybe you don't know Egyptian mythology as much as you thought you did.
I need me a God of War with some Anubis action, with some Ra.
I'm sure if we got a little bit more information, we would know this stuff by now. We just play the game and find out the lore, you know.
But it's
you get little hints of lore. You don't know what you're getting all completely, but you know it's.
I don't know.
I've looked into it.
But anyways, Laufey just getting beat up, meets up with Bexy Sekhmet. Just get. I think you're making up these names.
I'm not. Look it up. Look, you want me to show you?
No. So she meets up with them and just gets like beat up like crazy.
Yeah, but
then gets thrown in jail.
She ends up getting. Okay, yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. So this whole thing, I'm like, it's just kind of weird to see Laufey, like Kratos' wife, just get like kind of beat up crazy for like 2 minutes straight.
She's weakened because she had that piece of that arrowhead.
Flower? Oh, the arrowhead.
The arrowhead or whatever that hurts Baldur in 2018. She's got a piece of it in her hand and it weakens her. And I think that's how she dies because I don't think she's supposed to die normally. So she's weakened. And then Bexy pulls it out of her hand and then she starts to get her power back.
Okay. I know. But this whole thing where she's just getting beat up crazy, it just looks kind of weird. Like, it doesn't look like God of War type of thing. At least in the beginning of a God of War game, your main character doesn't get beat up.
Yeah.
So then she goes in jail, has a little vision of Kratos, whatever that does.
Goosebumps, by the way. When I saw that for the first time, I'm like, ooh, you know?
You're going to get Kratos flashbacks, yeah.
Yeah.
Gelatinous Cube guy, who's not that funny. First of all, not that funny. And I heard they had some behind the scenes things where like he was motion capturing the gelatinous cube.
I think that was mostly to be able to say lines and stuff like that, you know? Like, you know, act out positioning and say lines and, you know, so they can motion capture their acting and stuff.
It's a cube.
Well, not so much his acting, but mostly like positioning so that Deborah Ann Wall can like talk to somebody and not just, you know.
But they had the actual dude, the voice actor, do the motion capture.
Right.
For the cube.
Why not?
I'll get to that in a second. Why not? Why? Why is this happening? Okay.
I think you're looking too far into it. I think you're putting too much into it.
This is what we were talking about.
It's Santa Monica Studios. They got the money to do it. Why not? You know?
Here's the thing. Okay, so then to end the thing, Gelatinous Cube helps out. They have a talking sword now. Laufey gets the sword, starts slicing and dicing people. That's okay. Okay, the action looks, choreography is okay. It's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Again, nothing like out of the ordinarily cool to my eyes.
I think it looks sick. I think it's gonna be great.
I don't know.
I think it's gonna be the perfect world to just immerse yourself, get into it. You're a freaking giant goddess, whatever. You're gonna freaking fight all these mean-looking characters, and you're gonna have a fun time doing it. Bear McCreary's making the music again. He's a badass when it comes to doing the music. It's gonna be a pretty world to run around and fight monsters. It's gonna be a good ass time.
It's probably gonna be what I thought Crimson Desert was gonna be, but in the opposite direction. Right?
How so?
So you would think a God of War game would have like an amazing, well thought out story, character progression, all kinds of, you know, stuff on that end. And then like, you know, that's the opposite of Crimson Desert, what I thought. Crimson Desert is going to have a weak story, a weak character progression.
So you think it's going to have a good story?
No.
Or just a well thought out story?
I think it's the opposite.
So you think it's not going to have a good story?
I was expecting it to have a good story, but it may not.
I have trust in Santa Monica Studio. Everything they've made. 2018 was amazing. Ragnarok was like a pivotal moment in gaming for me. It was a great time. Cried my ass off at the end. I think it's going to be the same thing with this one.
Here's my thought process on Santa Monica Studios. And this is what we're talking about. So the whole motion capturing the cube, right? So in the beginning, God of War 1, David Jaffe's directing it, right? Mm-hmm. And my favorite thing is when you go back and watch those videos of the making of God of War 1, he's talking about it. And he talks about it with such energy, such enthusiasm, with like, just explaining, he's like, we're coming in day after day, every day we're coming in and we're saying like, let out whatever anger you have into this game. Get your rage out, because that's what Kratos is going through.
Yeah.
What other game director talks like that?
Well, none of them now.
Not Laufey. Not Laufey, that's for sure.
That's gone now. Just a lot of it is how they can make as much money as possible.
So Laufey has a behind the scenes director interviews and all that. And when you watch that, you're like, you have Corey Barlog interviewing the new director. And this new lady, I forget her name, but she's like, yeah, I started my gaming journey making trailers for God of War 2 or 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Making gameplay trailers.
Well, she started all the way in the first one.
Or making trailers for the first one. Yeah. So she was like a video editor turned, maybe I don't know what kind of editing, probably editing the story, doing whatever on the journey there, right? At Santa Monica. But there's no enthusiasm at all.
I wouldn't say that. She's got enthusiasm. I think in today's gaming society, game creator, I think they have to be a little bit more like, they have to kind of subdue their excitement, because I think everyone's afraid of getting like canceled or backlash. I mean, they already got a shit ton of backlash because it's a female protagonist. I just feel like they are just trying so hard to like damage control, that kind of thing. So they can't be too excited. They can't show too much because it all gets attacked online.
I don't know.
I think they have to try to stay as professional as possible.
Who's the main dude behind Hazelight Studios?
Oh, I forget his name.
You don't know his name, but like that guy, you should look it up, because that guy,
Fahad or something.
Yeah. Something
like, I don't know.
Yeah, that dude. When you hear him talk in every interview, every video that I've seen him in, and I watched a few, he's like the most enthusiastic about making cool games.
Yeah, you're right.
That's like the bottom line, right? And nowhere in any of these new interviews with Laufey's director was she like, I'm trying to make the best game, the coolest game, the funnest game, the best story game that I can. Yeah. It's none of that. We're trying to tell a story. We're trying to tell her story, this story. And
I'm interested in that story.
But it's like, she didn't say we're trying to tell this story in the best possible way that we can, or something similar to that.
She did a bit, but like I said, they're trying to like professionalize, like they're trying to be as professional as possible, which shouldn't really be a thing in the gaming industry. But I think that's a bit of what they're doing, Like, I think they're kind of forced.
So here's the conundrum. Here's the thing: Santa Monica Studio has the money. That's what you said. They got the money to throw around.
I mean, from the past 2 games they've made, it looks like it.
So if they got the money to throw around, why not put like everything they have into it?
I think
because it doesn't sound like they are. It doesn't feel like they are.
I don't know. I still think they are.
Here's an example. Okay, it's my favorite example, and probably talked about. The first Star Wars movie was basically made on like a shoestring budget with George Lucas, right? He's like creating new technologies to make a movie that he has a vision of in his head.
Okay.
He goes out and finds the best craftsmen, the best, like, miniature model builders that he can like possibly find in the area. And then he creates a brand new Industrial Light and Magic, a brand new studio to build everything. Like that's how crazy innovative George Lucas was.
I don't think anybody can be
on a shoestring budget.
Anybody can afford to be that imaginative nowadays.
But he did it. Here's the thing is what he did. He did it in the sense of, I only get one shot. I'm putting everything into this one shot.
I don't think these scenarios correspond very well, though.
It does. I think big game developers like Santa Monica have lost that.
I think they're kind of held back.
Indie game developers do that all the time, and that's why they're popping off crazy.
But they're not making God of War Ragnarok.
They're doing other IPs and stuff, but that's kind of the thing. They're putting everything they have, no matter what budget they have. They put Clair Obscur 33. You only got one shot. I forget the name of the studio now, but you only got one shot, Clair Obscur. You better make it good.
I mean, it was,
and they swept everything that year.
You're right.
Music, acting, game of the year, everything. From an indie studio. They only have one shot. That's what I'm talking about. That was a good example.
I don't think that this. I think you're kind of still got the hater glasses on a bit.
No, I'm looking for that Star Wars type of thing. Shoestring budget, crazy implementation. No waste. There was like no waste. Clair Obscur 33, zero waste. There's no wasted money on getting an actor, a voice actor down to do motion capture for a cube.
What do you know of them doing? Like, besides the guy in the cube thing, like, how do you know what they're doing? They could be making.
It looks like there's tons of waste.
They could be making do with what they have.
I don't know.
Maybe since they're already spending all this money on this actor to do Frank the Cube, that might as well throw him in a cube thing and make him run around the soundstage for a while.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
Maybe they are trying to squeeze every penny they can out of him.
I mean, if that's what they paid for, I don't know.
Okay. All of your hate aside, the game's going to be great. And you can't tell me otherwise.
It's going to be okay.
The real God of War fans know that God of War Laufey is going to be good.
Okay, here's my rating of like between like uncool at the bottom and like extremely cool at the top. It's like, between a 0 and a 10. It's going to be like on the around like 3 or 4.
No.
My level 3 or 4 of coolness.
I give it a 9. The only thing that would make it cooler is if you're running around playing Laufey and Kratos is your sidekick the whole time. That's the only thing that would make it a 10. Obviously, they can't do that because they're in different realms or whatever. So we get Frank the Cube instead. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah. But I remember when I was playing God of War 2018, we were playing it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like slicing and dicing through enemies, with the axe, and that's cool and everything. But then I turned the difficulty down from normal down to easy. And then I start one-shotting enemies. And I'm like,
yeah,
this is funner.
That's how it's supposed to be played.
This is funner. This is more real to Kratos than the normal difficulty. Well, you're just one-shotting enemies.
You gotta, there's gotta be some kind of skill check,
Yeah, we'll make that come later. That came later. The skill check came later with the big Cyclops looking type of thing.
The troll or whatever it was.
Yeah. So
Man, it's gonna be a good game.
There's a different. I don't know. I come from a different time.
Yeah.
I come from a time where fun was like the thing that you're chasing. Whatever God of War Laufey is chasing, I don't know what they're chasing, but it's not fun. They're not completely chasing fun.
I think it's about immersion in a cool fantasy world, fighting monsters, and a really good, well-written story. I already know the story's gonna be written well because the fact that it's parallel to 2018 and Ragnarok, so you're gonna get hints as to what's happening outside of the Everywin with Kratos and Atreus, and you're gonna get that like sadness, like loss kind of feeling throughout the whole game, and that shit was like palpable throughout 2018 and Ragnarok. Dude, it's the emotion is there with those games, and I think it's going to be even more so with this game. You're seeing the other side of it. You're seeing a mom trying to get back to her husband and kid, and she's going to have to fight some crazy powerful enemies to get there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to like really get those gut punch deep feels every once in a while, and it's going to be a good time. You can hate on it all you want. I'm not super excited about it.
I'm not hating on it. I'm just, after you're talking, while you're speaking there, I understand what you like in video games.
Yeah. I like a deep lore story.
Deep lore, emotion.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Yeah. Well, and then it's also like that drive to get to what you want, and she's gonna have to like, same with Kratos, had to fight all these crazy enemies, had to fight himself at the end of Ragnarok, or it's like the DLC, I guess you could say. It's after Ragnarok, but like he battles his inner demons. That's good shit, dude.
Yeah. And what I look for in video games is fun and coolness.
Yeah. Simple.
Simple, yeah. I'm simple. I'm simple to please.
I'm gonna get you a PS1 for your birthday.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
My cousin just bought a PS2, and then he went out. Actually, it was my dad's girlfriend's old CRT TV with a VHS player attached.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I want to go up there and play that thing so bad now. That's you.
It's 8-bit. Just 8-bit. You know, it doesn't have to be 8-bit. It's just. Remember, I sent you a reel, right? It was like a fight night. It was like fight night round 3 or like fight night round 4, something, where you can like throw punches after the bell. Like somebody gets knocked out, and you can still throw punches while they're like falling down, right? And I sent you this reel, and you just see this like, you know, boxing guy, I forget who it was, but just like completely just unloading on this unconscious, you know, ragdoll of a person falling down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not emotional. This is not story driven.
Yeah.
This is none of that. This is just ridiculousness happening on screen.
Yeah.
Like, why did they allow this to happen on screen?
Yeah.
Did they allow it? Like, did they willingly want to show this? And I think they did. And that's why EA and Fight Night was like, during that time, EA was like the best game development studios.
Yeah. One of the games that my cousin got with the PS2 was like Celebrity Deathmatch. Have you seen that game?
Heard about it, never played it.
We used to, dude, we demolished that disc, how much we would play it. We would play it every weekend. We would get together and just play for hours. And that game was not a game that we should have been playing because we were young. And that game was messed up. Because it was like, you know, the Mortal Kombat finishers where they like dismember each other. Yeah, that's how it was. But it was like celebrities that you would see on TV all the time. MTV celebrities and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. that was good time. Those are fun times.
Yeah, fun, coolness, and ridiculousness. That's my three. That's my top three pillars of like a good game.
Yeah, my gaming career has definitely changed over the many years, because it used to be like that until like maybe it was God of War 3 that I started to get into this like I got invested in the story, stuff like that. Uncharted was another one of those. Oh man, I'm trying to think of them all now. There's so many. I always draw a blank because
Death Stranding.
I mean, that one is almost purely lore. There's not a lot of real gameplay stuff. It's you're getting deep in your thoughts. You're thinking about the story. You're thinking about how things are built in this world, what things are like. Yeah, I mean, that's GTA 5 had a pretty good story. I mean, that one had a crazy gameplay loop. You're driving cars and running around and shooting and
yeah.
But it had a good story, I would say. I think GTA 6 is going to be another one of those going to have a good story. I'm not a huge GTA Online person, so that's another reason why buying GTA 6 for $100 hurt, was because I don't know. I still spend quite a bit of time in the world. I'll probably get a nice chunk of time in that. I'm at 85 hours in Crimson Desert right now. I've barely scratched the surface. Lot. Yeah, but to really get a feel for what's going on in that world, you have to play for like 300 plus hours. So we'll see how long it takes me to get there.
No thanks. No thanks.
But it's fun. It's fun, but it doesn't have the like deep like lore, all that. I mean, it has good lore and stuff, but it doesn't have like that good of a story.
Yeah.
It's more running around, fight enemies, get cool armor and that kind of thing, which is, I still enjoy that. That's kind of more up your alley, though.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm changing my tune on Crimson Desert because it looks so fun. It looks fun. It looks cool. And it looks incredibly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Some of the videos
like Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man
or there's like magic.
I saw
cool pets.
Saw Iron Man.
Yeah, there's an Iron Man recreation. You could be Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
See, they did a good job.
Yeah. I think that's all the time we have.
Yeah. We're done. That's it. All right, we're back.
We're going to be on YouTube. I'm pushing for YouTube.
Yeah, upload all our stuff to YouTube.
So check us out.
YouTube, Spotify.
Yeah.
Arcade Lunch Legends back in the arcade.
Later, guys.
All right. See ya.